Set to elegant music, the pair swayed together in a decidedly sultry dance. Their curvaceous figures exuded a bold, unabashed sensuality. Even the most casual movement was enough to set pulses racing. With Homer's hair flowing dramatically as he moved, it was an absurd yet mesmerizing sight, one that proved impossible to ignore. Lou muttered that they ought to arrest the lot of them, but Chief Wiggum insisted they might as well let the performance finish first. Not long before that, during a family holiday, the Griffins had arrived in Springfield, only to have their car stolen. Down on their luck, they could scarcely afford a donut. To their surprise, Homer generously offered to treat them.
Apu, a dozen donuts for our albino visitors.
Wow, for real?
Before long, the Griffins were at the Simpsons' house. After getting acquainted, Homer resolved to help Peter track down his missing car. In Homer's view, if you wanted to find a car, you had to think like one. So naturally, the first step was to visit a petrol station and top up. After exhausting every possible lead, Peter was ready to throw in the towel, only to be abruptly knocked flying by his own car the very next moment.
Oh dear, I was using that car as pants.
At long last, he was reunited with it. They headed to Moe's Tavern to celebrate. Peter proudly produced his favorite beer, and when Homer took a sip, he was astonished to find it tasted exactly like his beloved Duff. Peter insisted it wasn't a knockoff, though it might have taken a bit of inspiration, and maintained it was still his drink of choice. Moe, however, snatched the bottle and immediately spotted something suspicious. That was the final straw for Peter. In an instant, the two men were locked in combat. After a fierce exchange of insults, the battleground shifted to Springfield Elementary School. Amid their scuffle, a school bus spun out of control. Homer was punched straight onto it. He immediately used the school bus to retaliate against Peter. The runaway bus eventually careered all the way to the nuclear power plant, flipping repeatedly, yet doing nothing to halt their brawl. They continued pummeling each other inside the plant until they tumbled into a pool of nuclear waste. Homer was the first to mutate, gaining bizarre powers. Peter burst out after him and sent Homer hurtling away with a mighty blow, only to mutate himself moments later. Soon, the sky became their arena. After an extended mid-air pursuit, they smashed head-on into one another. For a fleeting moment, Peter seemed to have the upper hand. Their clash was so intense it tore straight through an alien spaceship. Before long, however, Homer's powers fizzled out. Just as Peter began to celebrate, his own superhuman strength also faded. The spaceship plummeted at high speed, and the pair ultimately crashed down into a canyon below.